Hey everybody! I'm here today with this video for you as the first video of the new A Tour Through the Signs series that I'm doing. If you don't know, if you didn't watch the introductory video that I did earlier, this is a series basically where I'm going to be focusing on each of the different signs of the zodiac, the Western zodiac, and basically going into depth about what those signs what their characteristics are, where they sort of come from, how they display those characteristics, and what they are very good at and what they can learn from. So in today's video, we have the first sign of the zodiac, which in this case is Aries. Aries is a very special sign, not just because it starts off the zodiac, although easily because it does in fact do that, but mostly just because Aries is very difficult to ignore, just in general. Mostly due to the fact that they are first, but also because of the fact that they really just want to be first kind of all of the time. No offense to Aries. But yeah, you kind of do. So Aries as a sign in general, you should know it is a cardinal sign, which is its modality. So cardinal signs are very much known for wanting to initiate something. So there are 4 cardinal signs, of which Aries is the first. And in this, Aries is just so supported in how much it wants to be the go-getter, the first person on the ground, the one who starts it all. And they're good at it, and it's important to be good at it. And it's very much reflective of where they are in terms of the actual calendar year, because Aries, for the calendar year itself, is actually about in like March-ish, which is the very beginning of spring. So it's almost kind of like Aries just went and said, screw you, winter, I'm gonna go for it, and we're just gonna like take off. And then it did. And it's kind of a flip off to the winter, because it's tired of being just so cloistered and like cold. And Aries is this bright, also a fire sign, which is its element, and it just wants to burst out onto the scene and just get started. It's not necessarily great at getting things finished, but it is very good at starting them. You want a bar fight to happen, an Aries is going to be there for it. Theoretically. And Aries, the sign, is just really supportive of that. It does, it is, I don't want to say it's ruled by Mars, which is the planet of aggression, of passion, of sex, of just in an intensity in terms of moving out and forward into the world. And with respect to that, it is also considered what they call a masculine sign, which all of the masculine signs tend to be much more outward looking than they tend to be more inward looking. Whereas the feminine signs are much more focused on maybe not just themselves, but on the things that are not immediately obvious. Whereas a masculine sign is very much sort of like, show me before you, you show me first, why should I care about this? Show me first why this matters. And Aries is very much focused on not even just like learning everything or experiencing everything. Aries just wants to go. It just wants to get out there. It really doesn't care how it gets done. It doesn't spend a lot of time thinking about that necessarily. It just wants to go. It is that burst of life that is so vital and crucial and important to actually begin anything at all. Which is why Aries is just such an important sign, regardless of how you may or may not feel about it. Everything has to start somewhere, and someone has to be brave enough to be first. And Aries is always that particular energy and person. It will be first, because it's brave enough to be, and also just because it's crazy enough to be. Let's be realistic here. It's not easy being first. It takes a lot of guts. Maybe Aries doesn't always realize that, but it really does. And it's such a, it is the beginning, basically, of all things, but definitely, especially including in the zodiac. So that is Aries in a rough nutshell. I mean, it's not a perfect thing, but that's pretty much Aries. Thanks y'all for watching. Have a good one. Bye.